Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Yes, today we are going to make a tumbler with this HTVRONT Tumbler press, and I am so excited to share with you guys with this. This is one of the easiest presses I have ever used, and I'm going to share with you guys how to do it. So today we are going to make this gorgeous little book tumbler. If you guys are obsessed with books like I am, you're going to be excited to make an easy tumbler. Now, I did get this design off Etsy, but I'm going to tell you guys about this. So if you guys are new, I will have all the links below. There is some great deals coming up. If you guys are a Black Friday shopper, Black Fridays, HTVRONT is having a Black Friday deal coming up. So I will have the links below for all the information, but you can get this on Amazon, or you can even get it on their website, which they have some really great stuff to choose from. But this is a great great tumbler press. And now we're going to continue making it. So I'm going to share with you guys all the supplies that you guys need. So here are the items that you will need to start with your tumbler press. What you will need is you will need to get a sublimation paper. This is sublimation HTVRONT. It is 8.5 by 11. What's special about it is it takes the special ink, and you need to have sublimation. So as you see right here, we have the image printed, then we have it on the HTVRONT. One thing I absolutely love is inside the box, they did provide you with some heat tape. This is how you're going to tape your design to the tumbler, which I absolutely love. So we're going to definitely use that. Here is the tumbler that we got. I got this on Amazon. I will have links for everything below for you guys for that, but here is the tumbler that I have. You need some scissors. I actually cut my designs out because the trimmers that I have always eats up my paper. No matter how sharp my blade is, it still eats it, so I hand cut these out. They also provided some heat gloves, which is awesome. You definitely need these, especially when you're dealing with something super hot. And they give you a pair, which is awesome. And then we also have the heat press, and I will show you guys all the gadgets and stuff. I'm going to cut my paper out first, and then we're going to tape it to the tumbler, and then I'll show you guys what to do after that. So I have my design cut out, and what I actually do is I cut off just a very little bit of trim of the design, because they have a thing called ghosting, which it means if you don't have it super tight on the edges, you'll get like this white ghosting part. And if it does happen, I'll definitely share with you guys on that. But I just make it where it's pretty much even with the cup on the top and even on the bottom. So this is the tricky part. This is where you want to make it where it is tight as can be. So you want to make sure you have the design the right way. I've seen a lot of people put their design up backwards. So this is the top, this is the bottom. What I always do is make sure it's that way, and then I put it upside down because I want it to be even on the top of the cup. So you want to make sure your paper is there. Now I have it where my paper is super tight. I do see people overlap it. However you guys want to do it, like the more cups you do, the more you'll learn. So I'm going to just take a piece of tape right here. I'm going to make sure that this is even. What I actually have are these little holders that I got online. They're supposed to really keep your cup tight, or your paper on it, but they don't really do as great of a job, but they do help me make sure I get everything lined up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that piece of tape. Now this is a tape that I'll probably peel off again, but I kind of make it as tight as possible. I've seen some people take these cups and like have it on here for like 3 pieces of tape, and voila. But I can't ever do that. So here I have it like really tight and just slightly overlapping. So I have it in the middle, and then what I do is I try to do the top of the cup. So since I'm having it go this way, we're going to have it go that way. I don't even need that much tape, but we still like to use a lot of tape. It's hard to do this while I'm filming because I do this at my own priority. So I'm messing up on it a little bit because I'm recording. And I pull that tape where it's nice and snug. And then I do another one here also. So I'm going to finish taping And that one was nice and easy. I'm going to finish taping and then show you guys what to do next. Okay, so I have it taped up as much as I can. There's a little bit of a gap on the top, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Not everybody notices it. I'm a person who's tried to be a perfectionist, and it can't always be that way. So the next thing I do is I make sure all like the seams are good and tight. Then what I do is sometimes I have to lift up some of these pieces to make sure they're working correctly. Like there's like a little bit of a bubble right here, and I don't want it a bubble, so I'm just going to press down on it. Now, again, some people just leave it the way it is. I can't do that. I can't do that because that's how I have ghosting. So what I do is I take one piece of tape. I will kind of put it at the bottom, and I press really down really tight. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, so then what happens is I pull that tape. I have it like it's so tight, and I kind of just firmly press. I want to make sure that I get all of the paper pressed down where it's all nice and smooth. You don't want to have any air bubbles in there because that leads to ghosting, and then you're going to do it tight. Now, I've seen people do it just like this. You can. It's up to you guys, but again, I get ghosting. Everybody's different. So what I do is I start from the top. I put my tape right here, and I tug really firm and tight, like you're basically stretching out the tape. Okay? And then what I do is I really firmly press it down where it folds in. Now this tape will come peeling off when you put it in the machine, but as long as you have it really tightly onto the cup on the paper, you are fine. So again, just really tight, and then you're going to press really firmly in there. So you want to make sure there is no gaps at all with the paper and the cup. We're going to do the same side here. You want to grab the piece long enough for you. I always start at the seam. Now in the past I used to do double tape for the tops and the bottoms, but again, as you learn how to do things differently, everybody does stuff differently, you don't have to waste as much tape. I've learned that. So the more and more you do this, you'll figure out a technique on what works better for you. So I have, you want to again press really tight. And I have just a little bit left. And there you go. So now what we're going to do is put our machine on, and I'll show you guys what to do next. So I have it plugged in, and you're just going to turn it on. Now one thing is, I do want to say this, you want to do kind of sublimation in a well ventilated area, preferably outside, or have a fan blow away from you, because people complain about the smell, and it's not the machine, it's because of the ink being caked onto the product. So you're going to have a strong smell. Sometimes people wear a mask, but I'm just going to give you a heads up. Anything that you do sublimation wise is always going to have a smell. There's no way around it. But you're going to turn the machine on. Now, one thing is, I used this once to test it out, and I absolutely love this. We are going to do a mug in a different video, so you guys will want to pay attention to that. But this is super easy to do. One thing I absolutely love about this is it does your pressure for you. I've had machines where you have to adjust. No matter what you have to adjust. You want to make sure it's nice and tight. This does it for you automatically, and that's one thing I absolutely love. So here are the buttons. You're going to push the temperature button. This button, you can go up, down, however you want to do it. We're actually going to use the temperature that it stayed at. It was 365 degrees. We're going to do the cup at 365 degrees. Then this is for the timer. So you're going to push the timer. You go up or down, however you want to do it. It does do it in 5-second increments. We're going to keep it at 75 seconds. Okay, 75 seconds. So we're going to do 365 for 75 seconds. This is the button that you push to make the temperature and the timer go up and down. This button right here is what you push when this whole thing is when you want it to start. So you'll put your cup in there. When it's all heated up, you push that button, it'll automatically shut and then it'll open. But one thing I noticed about this, and along with any tumbler press that you use, it will not fully, completely cover every little inch of this cup. So what we're going to do is press it, rotate it, and then press it again. And I will show you guys that little gap, but let's just let it heat up and then I'll share with you guys what to do next. Okay, so it's almost done heating up. It just takes like a couple minutes, but it's going to have a slight little beep to it, which I do like because sometimes it's like enough with the beeping. It just beeps once for you and it's ready to go. So you don't need your gloves on yet to put it in, but I missed the beep. That's how little it is. So what you're going to do is you're going to put it in a certain way so you know what you're going to do. So I always put it up, the tape up, so I know what to do. So you're just going to slide it in right here and you're just going to hit this button and it automatically does all the work for you. So as you can see, there's a little bit of a gap right here, which is not a big deal. We're just going to do it the same way we're used to doing it, but it's going to cook for about a minute still, and then we're going to take it out and rotate it. But that's the reason why we need to rotate it, because there's just a little bit of a gap there, which is totally fine. So let's let it finish baking the thing. Okay. So now it's done. It's going to open automatically. You will need to use a glove. So as you see, there's steam coming out. And what I'm going to do is completely rotate it all the way to the other side where it's completely upside down. And then we're going to push the button again and let it cook or bake for 75 more seconds. Okay, now it's going to be done. And we're going to take it out. So you want to make sure you have your gloves on because you can see the steam. And then what you're going to do is just shut it off, or if you got more to do, put it in there. And voila, it'll just cool. This light will stay on for a little bit, but it does, I think it does shut off automatically after so long. So here is our cup. Now, some of it says that you can peel it when it's hot. Some say you can peel it when it's cold. I kind of peel it when it's cooled down a little bit. So I just kind of just start peeling like the tops and the bottom. You can really feel the heat through your fingers. So I sometimes put it down, but I don't have anything to put it down on right now without melting it. So give me 1 second and then we're going to slowly peel it all off. Okay, so it's been cooling down for like a minute. Now we're just going to slowly peel off the tape. I usually just take one glove off, but I still have to hold it because it is still hot. So we're just going to kind of just peel off some of this tape. It's still really hot. Okay, so let's get this party started. We're going to start peeling it. Look at how gorgeous that turned out. I absolutely love it. Now, I didn't get so tight. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just varies on the paper. You could change up your designs just a little bit, but that's okay having a little design. But I don't see any ghosting, and that's my main priorities. You don't want any like these white, there's like little white marks that pop up on that. You don't want any of the ghosting, and that's one thing I absolutely don't like it. So I cut that little design a little bit short so you could see the bottom of the cup. Sorry, it's not focusing on you guys, it's focusing on the background. But it turned out pretty nice. It looks really pretty. So this is a very easy thing to do. So if you guys enjoyed this, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. I actually really love this tumbler press because it's so easy to use. All you do is put your temperature in there, you put your timer in there, you start it. Then it automatically opens and closes for you. I will do another video soon on how to do a mug, so you will need a sublimation mug. But this is super easy to do. I mean, the machine is so easy. It's just, it's not like bulky. I mean, it's big, but it's not like bulky where it takes up a lot of space. And it's super easy to use. I absolutely love it. So again, give this video a big thumbs up. I will have everything linked below for you guys. So if you are interested in something like this, you guys can definitely do it. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.